between 18 and 35, you definitely have had an energy drink. But before you buy that next bottle sold to you as an energy drink, watch us. We are the food fighters. We've got the most popular drinks in India available in the market. We're now going to put them to test. Let's start with testing Red Bull. This is a 250 ml bottle of Red Bull. It comes at 125 rupees. We are going to check how much sugar is in this bottle of Red Bull. It says 100 gram per 100 ml. For 250 ml, that means it has 27.5 gram of sugar in a bottle. And I'm going to show that to you. This is our weighing scale, and to check this scale is perfect, we have a dummy weight of 1 kg. Let's put it to test for your satisfaction. This is right now at 0, this 1 kilo weight. It's showing 1 kilo, so the scale has been cross-checked. And now, how much is 27 gram of sugar? We'll show it to you. 0. This is a teaspoon that I'm going to use. This is about how much sugar you're having in this 1 can of Red Bull. If you have 3 of these bottles in a week, you're having this is the sugar that you're drinking in 3 bottles of Red Bull. And what does that mean in 1 year? Let's show you. 4 kilo 290 gram in 1 year. This is the sugar that you're having if you have Red Bull 3 times a week. What does this much sugar actually do to the body of somebody between the age group of 18 and 35?
This is going to raise our glucose spike, and for that insulin is coming in a large amount. And if anyone is suffering from the insulin resistance, then insulin will also increase in the body, and it is a hormone. Insulin is a hormone, so if it is going to increase in the body, then there is a lot of drawback. First, we are struggling with the high sugar and again with the high insulin in our blood.
Right.
So, the triglyceride will increase, your liver will get fatty.
Let's now test how much sugar is in a can of another popular drink, Hell. This again is a 250 ml bottle. It retails at 60 rupees. It says it's got 27.25 gram of sugar in 1 can. How much is that? Let's watch it. 27.2 in a can of Hell. This is the amount of sugar that you're having. What does that mean if you have 3 drinks in a week? Let's put that to test. Let's put my scales at 0. .75. This is 81.8, but this much sugar, it's a bigger beaker, it's a calibrated beaker, and you can see this is the sugar that you're having only in a can of Hell if you have it thrice in a week. What does that mean? If you have 3 cans every week for 52 weeks in a year, how much sugar are you getting? This much sugar if you have 3 cans of Hell in a year. All these drinks are sold as energy drinks. Are we getting the energy that they're promising?
See, for a momentum, your brain will be on the peak, your mood will enhance for a moment, even you will get the clarity on your thought also for a moment, when blood glucose is on the peak. But what will happen after an hour? Then you are going to face the energy crash, and then after an hour or after 1.5, I will say it's a maximum, then your body will be in a energy deficient, that is called as energy crash. So again that your body energy will drop, then you will sudden feel low, then you feel ki kya ho gaya, and then anxiety, sometime the blood pressure lower on the lower side. See, it is going to elevate your blood pressure. Heart rate will increase when the glucose is on the peak, and after an hour then heart rate will be lowered.
This can of Monster, it's a 350 ml bottle that can, in fact, that you can see, and it's costing slightly higher because it's an imported brand of energy drink that we are having. This is actually retailing at 125 rupees. Let's see how much sugar then there is in it. As per the labels, it has 38.5 grams of sugar in a can. So 1 can of Monster and this much of sugar that you're having in it without really paying attention. You know the labels say what they say, but this is it. This is the amount of sugar you're having in 1 can. What does it mean if you have 3 cans in a week? 115.5 gram. 3 cans of Monster. This much sugar you're having, and remember, these are just this just the amount of sugar you're having in 1 can of an energy drink. You're still consuming more sugar in everything else that you're eating in a day. What does that mean if you have 3 cans of Monster for an entire year? It's this much. It's this much sugar. Let's put it to test. It's 6 kilo of sugar that you're having. 1 year of Monster 3 times a week. This much sugar. They're imported and they're sold as premium energy drinks. Is there any added nutrition value to the cost that we are paying?
No,
To the extra
nutrition. I am very sorry to say there is a no nutrition. And if you are saying that only the sugar is a nutrition, then take a 30 gram of sugar, mix it in the water and then have it. If it is the nutrition, because this is impacting your health. Your hormone is going to imbalance which kind of nutrition it is.
Our fourth drink that we want to tell you contains sugar, and how much is Sting. We're testing Sting now. This is a 250 ml bottle again of Sting. It's pretty cheap. It's only for 20 rupees and it's got 17 gram of sugar in a bottle, which means you're having 17 gram. If we can zoom in on this much sugar you're having in 1 bottle of Sting. It's lesser compared to the other drinks, but it's still this much. What does that mean? If you have 3 bottles, let's weigh in a bigger beaker, putting it to 0. 51 grams in 3 bottles of Sting. This much sugar you're having. What does that mean in a year? I want to show that to you now. This much sugar if you have 3 bottles of Sting for a year. Is it more dangerous to have these drinks post, let's say 10 p.m. or close to your sleep time,
See,
compared to you have it in somewhere in the
See,
middle of your day?
If you are active, suppose if you are active, if you are doing any physical activity or even in a daily routine, and if you haven't any option and you are feeling very low, so the small amount for a time being, once in a week, if you are in that situation, then it is okay. But if that will not be the same situation, because these things after having it improve your cognitive behavior, means that your mental performance.
You're thinking better.
Your if it is going to impacting on your mental performance, then your neurological behavior will change and you will get adapt for these kind of drink.
We're now testing the 5th energy drink. This one is Predator. It's a 300 ml can of Predator. It costs 60 rupees. How much sugar does it have in 1 can? 33 gram. How much is that? Let's wait. This is my beaker and my teaspoon currently at 0. This much. Mind you, this is the highest amount of sugar you're having if you choose Predator compared to the all other energy drinks that we've shown you so far. 300 ml of Predator, and it's costing 60 rupees only. It's not a very high value. What does that mean if you have 3 drinks in a week? Let's test that again. I'm going to use my bigger calibrated beaker and my weighing scale, currently at 0. This is 1 can. I'm measuring with my tablespoon. 99 gram. It's about this much. This much sugar in 3 cans of Predator. Only the amount of sugar you're having in 3 cans of sugar, notwithstanding the other things that you eat in your day-to-day lives or in a week. What is that in a week's time? 5 kilo, 148 gram of sugar in a week if you have 3 cans of Predator every week. What ingredient makes these drinks addictive?
See, caffeine and the combination of caffeine and the sugar in one go.
That's, something very interesting that you said, because when we were breaking down the ingredients, the amount of caffeine is actually minuscule. It's some milligram or milliliter, which we couldn't even demonstrate.
No. So mg, whatever the requirement is, if this drink is contain that in 90 to 110 mg caffeine in one drink, if you talk about the Monster drink.
Yeah.
So the total amount of the RDA of the caffeine, if I will say, and if discussed about the woman, we should be under 200 mg or and that we cannot cross that limit. Even the many studies state that in our foreign studies, we can limit to the 300, 350, more than 400 is dangerous.
Yeah.
But whatever I seen in my practice, whoever the cross 200 mg caffeine per day, they have very I will say imbalanced gut health, acidity, gastric, IBS, they are suffering from the lot of GI issues.
The 6th drink that we want to test for you is this bottle of Powerade. This is a 500 ml, a half-liter bottle of energy drink, and it costs for 60 rupees. It's got 19.5 gram of sugar. That means it's got the least amount of sugar so far in all the drinks that we've tested. What is 19.5 gram of sugar? Watch for yourself. Using my teaspoon, scale at 0. 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, and exactly this much sugar in one 500 bottle of Powerade. What does that mean if you have 3 drinks in a week's time? Let's show you. $58.5 grams. in 3 bottles of Powerade, this is the sugar that you're having. What does that mean? If you're having Powerade for an entire year, it's about 3 kilos of sugar. This much sugar. Another important observation that I felt was the amount of sugar that they mentioned is per 100 ml, and this is a 300 ml can. So they don't put the exact
So
sugar.
that you have to increase your awareness, you have to calculate.
Which
and
is
this
why
is
we're doing these shows, because
Yeah.
they're not telling you
Yeah.
exactly how much sugar. It's not written like that.
This is only that 100 ml, but if you're going to have that, it's a triple amount, and that is which is the
Because
mention
nobody
only.
is just having 100 ml, they're completing a can.
Anyone who is opening this can, then they are
If
going
they're
to complete.
finishing it, yeah. Alright, so do you think some changes should be required to the way how labels mention the ingredients?
Yes, see, nowadays we are discussing about the ingredient, and even we are educating everyone ki how to read food labels, because see, if you are allergic to someone, see, if there is healthy individual, then it is perfectly fine. But suppose if you are allergic to the artificial sweetener, many of the drinks nowadays are quoting that we don't add refined sugar, we add that jo hai artificial sweetener. And if you are allergic to that, you are not knowing that amount, or if you are not knowing which kind of artificial sugar this drink contains, then you will get that allergy, your body will suffer.
Finally, this is Adreline Rush, the last can that we are testing. It comes for 54 rupees and it's a 300 ml can of Adreline Rush. How much sugar does one can have? It says it has 20.7 gram of sugar in it. So let's measure and show you what 20.7 gram of sugar you're getting, or drinking rather, in this Adreline Rush 1 can. It's at 0 right now. I'm going to use my teaspoon to show you 20.7. This much sugar, 20.7 gram in 1 can of Adreline Rush. Would you have this much sugar if you're not drinking Adreline Rush, say in your coffee or in your tea? Think about that. What does that mean if you have 3 cans in a week? What does that mean? Let's show you. 3 cans in a week means you're having 58. You're in fact having 62.1 gram. So let's weigh that. 0 is where my scale is at right now. 62.1. Exactly this much sugar in 3 cans of Adreline Rush. Watch it. What does that mean? In a year's time, you're having over 3 kg of sugar. This much in 3 bottles of Adreline Rush multiplied by 52 weeks. And here's what we concluded. And viewers, that was it for this episode of Food Fighters. Tell us whether this episode added to what you already knew about these energy drinks, and keep watching this space, because we'll be back with another informative, exciting episode for you.